Playwright George C. Wolfe famously said, God created black people created style. And I'm willing to bet that no truer words have ever been spoken. Our style has always been a vehicle for our resistance, an armor of sorts, yeah. I mean, we invented style, but we also invented drip, swag, fresh, fly, smooth, sharp, and clean. We invented Saturday night slick and Sunday's best. No matter what you tell us, when we step out, we strut like only royalty can. And like royalty, the regalia usually goes from the crown down. Whether it be a baldy, a dark Caesar, fresh cornrows or braids with beads and aluminum foil on the ends, twists or a palm roll or bantu knots or box braids with burnt tips or a fade with a part, maybe a double part, maybe a crescent moon or a lined up, edge up, shape up, depending upon where you from, or a leave out or a lace front or a bob wig, protective styles because style has always been protective for us, or doobie wraps or do-rags for waves because some things we just can't shake. And we brush and brush and brush with the grain to go against it, and none of that's new. We've been parting and banging and bumping and curling and hot comb sizzling and scalp greasing forever. But nothing compares to when we picked it out and patted it down. The natural, the afro, how we turned our heads into closed fists held high. How we turned our heads into suns and moons shining in the light and the dark. How we turned our heads into microphones and at the same time turned our bodies into the disco, soul, and funk of the 70s. You see, in the 70s, we moved like America was our runway. A runway of hot coals, but a runway nonetheless. We struck poses, dressed big and bold, made every fabric, every cut seem like it was meant to be worn the way we wore it. And all this style was catapulted into pop culture in a different way. You know how like Beyonce is Beyonce? How whenever she's on screen, the world is on screen? Well, before Beyonce, there were women like Pam Grier. Grier, who burst on the scene in the early 70s, is considered one of America's first black female action heroes and starred in movies that influenced black style, black hair, and black talk. This is when we began to dominate and dictate cool. And Pam Grier, along with many others, became billboards of blackness used to broadcast our experience. Make no mistake about it. We have always used our hair to make statements about our reality. We have always used our ingenuity and creativity, our sophistication and irreverence, whether baggy or tailored, whether kinky or straight, whether sackcloth or silk, to make sure America couldn't miss us if it tried. Not to mention, with all this style, it would miss us if we were gone.